Alright, this is a video for the guy on Craigslist, sorry your name slips my mind, of the Hitachi CPX3 projector that you are looking at. Here it is. It's really tiny. I mean, this is an Xbox controller sitting right next to it. It's really small. I have it hooked up right now to my Xbox 360. Just because it's probably the easiest thing I could hook it up to. And then I don't have a screen for it, but I always project it onto my wall here. So I don't know, I usually move all that shit out of the way, but just for video purposes, we'll start the game here. I don't have any external speakers hooked up to it, so the sound you hear is from the projector itself. You can hook up external speakers to it if you wish. I usually do if I'm actually going to play. Let's see, I don't know if it'll go through. Whoops. Let's just go. Sure. I'm not actually gonna play. I just wanna.
Different time, a different enemy. 60 men from Tier 1 teams were sent to face down a force of 500 enemy fighters. Their objective, to force the enemy back from a civilian hospital and keep its occupants alive. For 3 days they held their ground, but the enemy's numbers were too great. The 60 were cut down to 15. They wouldn't last another night, and the enemy knew it. Under the cover of darkness, they evacuated the hospital, sending only one of their own to lead the way. The rest returned to the line and took up positions beneath the bodies of their fallen brothers. As they lay in wait, the blood from the dead poured over them. The sand stuck to their skin like a shroud, changing them, anointing them. When the enemy drew near, the remaining 14 rose out of the desert sand. They were like hunters that couldn't be seen, using stealth their enemies couldn't defend against. When the men ran dry of ammunition, they used their blades, and when the blades ran dull, they used their hands. When the dust and sand had settled, only one of the enemy had survived. He was picked up in the desert, wandering aimlessly, traumatized. He expressed warnings to others of a force so menacing and unbeatable, it could only be described as supernatural. He called them ghosts.
That's that. I'm not sure if you were able to hear the sound or not. I don't think it's turned up all the way on the projector itself. My camera's kind of out of focus here, but this screen, I have the projector probably back about 10 feet from the wall, and the screen is at least 10 feet across. So I mean, depending on how far back you can pull it back is how big the screen will be, but it looks fantastic. I have it hooked up through HDMI, though you can hook it up with VGA, it looks like. It has VGA inputs and a S-video input and audio input and output. I just put a new bulb in it literally like a month ago, which was $90. So you're all set with this thing. I don't know. Email me as soon as you watch this.